Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Two Dum Yinzers podcast show, whatever you like to call it. Here we are. This is episode 206, Mike. This is Friday, and this is not just any old Friday. This is Mike's birthday.
Yes.
There he is, everybody. There's the birthday boy.
Yes.
How old are you today, Mike?
42.
42.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't realize you were that old.
Right? Like people at work are like, oh, you turn 35? Oh, you turn 30? Look at no hair, gray.
I was just thinking that myself. I was looking in the mirror
everywhere.
when I got out of the shower, and right here on my face is the only where the hair is gray. I have my hair is dark. My body hair is dark. I don't understand what the science is behind that, but right here, all gray. Everything else, nice and not gray.
Yeah, I am gray everywhere. It is, well, not everywhere. Get your minds out the gutter. Yeah, I am gray. Like some days, yeah, like it looks real distinguished. Other days, it looks like, oof, look at this hobo walking in with his gray hair.
Yeah, that's what I always think. Check your phone, Mike. I sent you an emergency message over as we were going on. I was starting to relay a message to you, and then the show went on. So if you get a chance, look at your phone, your text message. I sent you a text regarding today's show.
My child has my my phone.
Well, basically, all I was saying was
we have a private chat. You put it in there.
Oh, for fuck's sake, with the private chat here.
Or we can air our dirty laundry.
Well, here, I was just gonna say, run the Ravens Week banner today.
Oh yeah, baby! I forgot about the banner. How do I do that? There we go.
So here we are, everybody. The Two Dum Yinzers.
Long week.
We are back. We're back. We're coming from deep inside your mom's basement. Here we are, everybody. The Two Dum Yinzers. This is Friday. This is Ravens Week. This is Mike's birthday. We got picks. Man, there's just so much going on today, Mike. I just don't even. I don't even know where to start, man. We look at this. Look, we're looking good. We got the Ravens Week down here at the bottom.
There we go. Down the bottom, boys. There we
down
go.
At the bottom.
Oh, I had my lights set to purple. You really can't see it, but my room is all decked out in purple lights for Ravens Week.
Okay. It's weird.
Because purple's just a nice color. I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
Maybe if I had like white walls, it would reflect a little bit better, but yeah, fuck it.
Mike, I was here at the studio this morning and I looked out the back window by the break area, and I looked out and there was three deer just walking around in the little backyard we got here. Yeah, they were doing their thing. So I tried not to scare them off at first.
Yeah.
I tried to, I got a couple pictures. And then after that, I snuck out and I threw lighters at them. Old lighters that don't work anymore.
Why would you do that?
To move them along. They were starting to bug me. And if anybody from PETA's listening, it wasn't at them. I was throwing them in the general vicinity to move them along so I wouldn't get ticks from the deer. So that's what I'm going to stick with. But there were, Mike, I do have pictures. There were 3 deer in the back yard. They were, I don't know much about hunting and deer stuff, but they didn't have none of the big antlers on their heads. It was the 3 without. But they were pretty good sized deer.
Yeah.
But they didn't have any of the antlers, so I don't know what that means. I don't know.
Probably they could be does or just like juvenile males.
Yeah. Or veal.
Oh no, veal's a baby cow that's stuck in a cage that doesn't see the light of day and tastes delicious.
What's the equivalent of a deer in that?
That I don't know. What's this like? Steal a bunch of baby deer, put them in a dark cage, feed them food, and let's try it out.
Yeah. Well, I threw lighters at these ones, so they're gone.
I can't believe you threw they better be like the dead lighters.
They were the dead lighters.
Working. I can see you grabbing the working one, throw it, and debating whether to
that was my very first thought.
Use the oven.
I thought, whip this lighter at them now, and then I thought about it, and I was like, oh no, get these 2 broken ones and throw them. So I'm sure those lighters, those deer have never seen that in their life. They've never probably seen a human being standing there whipping lighters at them.
No, we're probably like, this is Western PA. We're used to all kinds of tomfoolery, but this kind of takes the cake.
Yeah. Usually people have guns and they're
they're used to that. They're like lighters, right? You probably traumatize them.
So, Mike, big controversy yesterday. It's actually the first time in history that people have been made aware of a WNBA trade. Yes, yes, swap was on. People were up in arms. House come Brittany Griner comes home, but the gentleman, I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
Well, what Wheelan, whatever, yeah,
Wellen, and he is not released, but yet we send them a guns. What is he? A gun
yeah, guns,
pusher?
yeah,
What would be the word for that? Gun
arms dealer.
arms dealer. He's an arms dealer. We gave them an arms dealer who looked like a total psychopath, I have to say. But we did. We made the trade. Brittany Griner is on her way home. She may be home by now.
I
But
believe, yeah, I think she's touching down shortly.
Everybody's a little upset that this happened. I think there's good and bad. I think getting her home was a good thing. I think letting this guy go is a bad thing. But on the other hand, how long, Mike? How long did they plan on keeping this guy prisoner? I mean,
Yeah,
how do they do that? How do they do that with these prisoners they got from other countries? Do they keep them forever? I mean, eventually, at some point, you have to let them go, right?
eventually, point you would think they would, but you never know with them over there. And this guy right here, what do people like are just saying? Like a lot of people are just saying that. Oh no, he was a Marine. Let's little background here.
I see.
He was discharged. Bad conduct discharge, more or less dishonorably discharged. He was arrested for like attempted larceny, fraud, all this stuff. So it's not like we're letting Audrey Murphy sit over there and
Was
rot.
this was
Okay,
these was
this is
was
not
these
some
charges brought on him in Russia, or were these things that
in
were?
the U.S. This is why he was drummed out of the Marines.
Okay. Was he
Yeah,
something?
so,
Was he a cop or something too prior to being a Marine?
that I'm not sure, and I know he when he was in Russia, he was working for a private firm. I also saw that he claims citizenship for like the U.S., Canada, Ireland, and somewhere else. So it's not exactly like this is Mister Captain America over there is being held.
Yeah,
So there's always more to the story than just seeing we got the basketball player back, but we didn't get the
but I
Marine
mean,
back.
for somebody from the caliber of the guy that we
Well, this
let
guy.
go,
Let's remind everyone though, this guy has been there for 4 years.
okay,
The previous administration could not get him back. The current administration was unsuccessful in getting him back. So it's like it's not just oh, this party got him back, that party didn't get him back. It's he's been there for 4 years. They've been trying it. You would like to think everyone's trying for 4 years to get him back, and talks are still. They try to do the 2-for-1, try to get him and her back for this guy, and that was a non-starter.
the only time they really try doing anything is when the camera's on them. I've noticed. If the camera wouldn't have covered this, if the news didn't cover this, I bet you Brittany Griner would have been there for the next 9 years.
Oh,
I think that it's
probably,
just like
yeah,
when politicians run.
yeah.
When the camera's on them, all of a sudden now we're going to do the greatest, the biggest things, everything that needs done. We're going to really focus on this. And then when they get elected in, you don't hear about them anything for 4 years regarding those subjects. So
Hmm.
it just makes you think, was this just done because they were being pressured? Um, Again, on the other hand, I'm sure there's dozens, maybe more people like that being held captive around this globe
Yeah,
for one reason or another. But a lot of people are going to argue and say,
yeah.
you traded an arms dealer for a basketball player. That is going to be the argument. Like I said, make a point, go on the news, start a movement.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're not going to act. It's
Like,
just the
yeah,
way the
a lot and a
government
lot of
runs.
people that are saying this like, oh, we left the Marine there. Like, you people didn't talk about him until yesterday. Like, you
Yeah,
can like
I don't even
people
think
that are
people realized
tweeting.
he was there, Mike.
Yeah,
I didn't
oh no,
realize he
no,
was
they
there.
knew it. Yeah, but like these people, it's like, oh, it's such an injustice they left him there. Like, y'all didn't even talk about him. Like, we've known he's been there for years. People like in the know, people like you can look it up. It's easy to find, but like no one, like politicians, are like, oh, how could you do this? Like, you people just tweeted about him yesterday. We can search your tweets, and you had made no mention of him until yesterday. So there's a lot of faux outrage out there. Whatever happened to be, hey, this is America. We've got one of our own home. Go team. Let's keep working for the others.
Yeah.
We can't have that though.
Like
It's
I
always,
said, Mike,
we there always has to be. some
just
type
like the
of
other
strife going
people
on.
that's probably held captive around the world. I had no clue about this guy. I didn't, and I stay kind of in the know. I'm not,
No,
I'm
no, I
not.
wasn't implying you. I
No,
was just
I'm
saying,
just saying, but
like
just in general,
politicians
I
and
don't
people
think
who've,
people even realize until this this debate,
yeah.
this conversation, this controversy came about yesterday. I don't even think people, but most people didn't even realize this guy was alive. He didn't, I didn't. But like we were saying, I mean, there's probably people everywhere. I don't know this particular guy, but if, like I said, you want to make a case and push and start a movement, if, like I said, the cameras are on these politicians, or wait till election
Hmm.
time and bring it up, maybe you might be able to get them home then. I don't know. It's just, like I said, this is news to me. I've been following the Brittany Griner situation. I got to say, I'm a little partial. I might have a little crush on Brittany Griner. I like,
It might be a one-way crush.
I guarantee it's a one way
Just
crush.
saying, just saying.
I like the tall. I like tall chicks like that, and I think she's attractive, and I'm glad that
You know,
she's back in the States.
it was funny. Like I've been hearing people say, and like read people say, "Well, oh, you did the crime over there. You should have known that." But yet they don't want to apply that same logic to the other guy who's imprisoned over there.
Yeah,
It's just funny, but I'm on the same side. You did the crime over there. You're being punished for it. But yes, it was unjust, and I knew in the back of my mind, we were eventually going to get her home, and probably and working to get everyone else home, because that's what America does. That's what a lot of countries do, is to get your people back, and it's eventually going to happen. But just don't do stupid shit in other countries, and don't travel to some of these countries.
it feels to me like in America, people only act when it affects them. You
Yeah,
know what?
they
I
do.
mean?
Yeah.
So that's what scares me about people that are left abroad in some of these other countries, and like I said, people that we don't even know, never even heard of.
Hmm.
They may be left to rot for all we know, as long as it doesn't come back in the faces of our politicians. Mike, last night, big, what a game! I have to say, you missed a hell of a game last night on Thursday Night Football. The Raiders
Oh,
and the Rams, Mike. Now, mind you, that this was supposed to be a boring game, and it was.
yeah.
And it was 10-6. It was 16-10. It was ended up being 16-10. The Raiders were up with a little over a minute left,
Hmm.
and they pinned the Rams down to the 2-yard line. 98 yards they had to get in a little over a minute. And then lo and behold, who comes to the beckoning call of these Los Angeles
Right?
fans? The man who's only been in the program for 2 days, Baker Mayfield. So
Who would have thought?
So Baker Mayfield comes out. He drives this team down the field. The place is going crazy. The announcers are going crazy. They can't believe it. He's only been in the system for 2 days. How could he know how to run this offense in that style in the 2 minute to get down the field, calling signals, getting everybody where they need to be, getting on
Hmm.
the line, get everyone on the line, stop the clock. Mike, it was really amazing to see, and it changes my opinion slightly about Baker Mayfield. I think that maybe a lot of teams missed the chance with this guy. Maybe he just wasn't in the right system for him in Cleveland or Carolina. But if I tell you what, and I don't know what's going on in LA, but I do know that they may have either a really good thing or a quarterback situation moving forward, because this guy, Mike, really, really came to the call, and I was impressed. I'm sitting there, and you know what? I don't hate and I don't generally love Baker Mayfield, but I'm watching
Yeah.
something, and well, you're cheering for him. Get down and do this. Let's do
Yeah.
it. And not only get you down far enough to make a field goal, but get you down to score a touchdown to
Hmm.
ultimately win the game. Mike, it was impressive, I have to say.
Like I got the notification at work as we were sitting there planning out the day. Is like boss's phone goes off, the ESPN alert, and he was like, "No shit, Baker Mayfield led the drive," and we both had the same reaction, kind of like you did. Like Baker Mayfield, who would have thought? But
It
you
was
think,
impressive, Mike. It really
yeah, because
was.
like I watched the throw. It was a beautiful throw, nice throw and catch, and I like what he said. I was shocked and surprised they were playing press coverage with 15 seconds left. Okay, now
Yeah,
I'll take that shot. But no, like Baker Mayfield, there's a reason why he was the first overall pick,
there really was. This guy,
and he had to. We saw it. He beat the Steelers in the playoffs. He took the Browns to the playoffs, beat the Steelers. Yeah, they lost the following week to was it Kansas City that year. The Chiefs went on to win the Super Bowl. So not a bad. He's not a bad quarterback. He just in bad situations and bad teams.
Yeah, he does. He just has to find his own. If he gets on a team where he's
Hmm.
comfortable and he's able to do his thing, he's going to be successful. And
Yeah,
I wouldn't even uh I wouldn't even hesitate to say possibly win a Super Bowl one day, Mike. He's a good listen. Put him in a
he's a
good
game. Yeah, he can
situation.
be a game manager. Yeah, yeah,
And like I said, the guy that just won the Super Bowl last year, I don't think that ultimately
yeah.
is as good at the end of the day as a quarterback as Baker Mayfield. And like I said, in the right situation, I think Baker Mayfield could possibly one day have a ring. He's not bad. He like
He's
um
not bad. I always liked Baker Mayfield. I thought people were unfair to him because that team around him. He had a great running game up there with Nick Chubbs and Kareem Hunt, but really didn't have the receivers up there. Last year, when his shoulder was all jacked up, what did they do? They wanted to throw first instead of keep running the ball like they always do. So it's like bad situations. And then he goes down the Carolina. That team's a mess. That team's
that
in
was a mess.
shambles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't hold Carolina against them.
Yeah,
That
and he comes here with one week of practice, if that, and
2 days.
leads the game winning drive.
Yeah, he practiced 2 days. The thing was about him, like I just think the Cleveland the situation with him. You got to be patient. I mean, what did they expect? And here's the thing about Cleveland: they're so stupid. When they had Baker and they brought OBJ and the things like this, we
Hmm.
were going to win the Super Bowl. We're going to win the Super Bowl. And as soon as they didn't win the Super Bowl, they go back to being Cleveland again
Yeah.
and making decisions like this and sending your franchise quarterback somewhere else. And
Hmm.
you're not look around the league. Nobody wins the Super Bowl on demand. It's just
Yeah.
you have to make it work, give it time, and work toward it. But no, they go
Uh-huh.
and turn into the Cleveland Browns and ship him elsewhere, and then they got two starting running backs. They're just such a mess. It's frustrating that they're such a mess up there.
Yeah. Yeah, because for as high as they have drafted since they've been founded again, th- they should have had success somewhere. Should have been at least to a Super Bowl, and they haven't. And
Something.
something they don't know how to build a team properly.
Have they ever been to an AFC? I mean, they've been to AFC championships in the '80s. I certainly know that. But have they been to an
Well,
AFC championship?
those were the Ravens. Those were the Ravens.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I mean, this team
think
really
about
has done nothing
it. They've done
in
nothing. They've
uh,
had a couple playoff appearances here
23
and
years.
there.
Here's the thing: we're not an expansion team anymore. This is 23 years into the
Yeah,
game.
yeah. Like how many quarterbacks and players have they ruined just the way they build their team?
Yeah,
And like Baker Mayfield, is he a top 10 quarterback? No. Top 15? No. He's mid-tier quarterback. Is what he is, but he has playmaking ability. You put him around, give him a solid run game where he can play action. He's mobile. He's able to move out of the pocket, make plays. You put him on a team that's ready to win, and he can help you win. He made this team look good last night.
yeah, he
They've
really
looked
did, and
terrible all
they're a
year.
bad team.
His stats: 22 of 35, 230 yards, one touchdown. He was sacked 4 times, but take the good, take the good and the
A
bad.
lot of times that ain't on a quarterback. So
Yeah,
I
it could
uh
be the
I, I
line, could be him, and
I
and
agree.
it's his first game with that line. So
Yeah,
not knowing how he plays, not knowing how they play, so
I
not a bad debut.
I'm watching this game. They're two bad teams. I'm excited to see how bad the Raiders are because we do play them in the upcoming weeks. But I am also excited for, like I said, Baker Mayfield. I could say that now because he's not a Brown. I'm excited he was able to do what he did. And it was like I said, it made for good football. Everyone's complaining. The Amazon is putting out the garbage games. I didn't think so, Mike. It's football. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Some games end up 16-10, and a guy drives the ball down the field.
Mhm.
That's football. You can't get into it, then that's on you.
Yeah, if you don't like a 98-yard game winning drive, there's
From a
something
guy that
wrong
was
with you.
just brought over.
Just brought in who everyone thought was done.
Yeah.
People thought he was done once he got cut by the Panthers. Oh, this guy's done. His career is over. He proved them wrong.
I couldn't agree more. Mike, the Steelers at the Baltimore Ravens here in 2 days. 2 days and about an hour and 19 minutes. We will be on the field at Acrisure Stadium. We won't be on the field because we're not in that greatest shape, but the Steelers will be out on the field against the Baltimore Ravens, the hated Ravens, in a very, very, very meaningful division,
Yes,
AFC North, AFC in general. This game, Mike, is the biggest Steeler game of the year.
it is. And whew, man, are we going to miss A lot of key players.
Well, we're going to get into that, and I would have
Oh
to say
yeah.
that we might be okay with a couple of them, but let's get to that. Mike, I see that Boswell will be back, which I think is a great thing because despite missing the other players that we are probably going to be missing, determining by what goes on at practice
Mhm.
today, this may be a kicker's duel because the offense was having a trouble scoring against Denver
Yeah.
last year with Baltimore. Our offense obviously hasn't been setting the world on fire. You could possibly see a Boz and Justin Tucker kicker's duel this week, Mike. I would not be surprised one bit.
Is he officially back? Because I saw the 21-day window to activate him
I say
started.
I seen that they said that they're more than likely going to activate him.
Oh, wow. So if he does
But
get activated for this game, that is huge. But our boy Matthew Wright has been lighting it up.
Matthew Wright has been lighting it up. What do? You got to give it back to the starter. You can't,
You
just
have to,
in
yeah. If
general rule
he's
in football, you don't lose your position to an injury unless
unless you're Wally Pippen and
who.
you're Wally Pippen and oh god, who's the hits leader in baseball or the batting average? Ted Williams. Unless Ted Williams is your
I
backup,
see
yeah,
what
you're
you're saying.
definitely
Yeah,
going to lose your job. Matthew Wright is no Ted Williams, but yeah, I would think the boss, if he's ready to go this game, activate him. If not, don't rush him back.
must have destroyed his fucking groin. I don't know what he did and how, but fuck, man.
Hey man, you got to be out for 4 weeks when you're on injury
You
reserve, so
think
might as well milk it, man.
my thing is, I would think that I would hurt far more to get hit in the balls with something and to have to endure that. But no, he must have just annihilated something in his groin pelvic area. But he will, Mike. Hopefully, like I said, it is looking like more than
Mm-hmm.
likely he will be back. Will be back this weekend, which is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. The thing about Matthew Wright is it's almost like drop the mic. You know what I mean? Quit while you're ahead.
Yeah,
He's so accurate and so good. I don't want to stick around and wait till he fucks up.
yeah, because
So
he missed like what his first kick for us.
yeah, early
Like
on he
that first
missed.
game, he missed a field goal, but then since then they've all gone through, but they've all been in an adventure of like,
Yeah,
is he
so
going to make it or not?
like I said, drop the mic and walk away. You
Yeah,
walk, while you're ahead. That gives you, your stock's up, dude.
yeah,
Even if the Steelers let you go after this is all said and done, now you are known as a guy that comes in and makes big kicks and big
yeah.
games. So
You're clutch, baby. You're
you're
clutch.
clutch. Mike, the Steelers are 4.5-point favorites today. They're 4.5
Oh,
point favorites
oh,
with a total over under of 40.5, which I don't necessarily agree with. But again, we will get back to that in a little bit when we do our picks because we have to figure out our tiebreaker for the week. Um, Steelers have won. This is one that I couldn't believe, Mike. I seen this and I couldn't believe my eyes. The Steelers have won 4 in a row against the Ravens.
no, what?
I didn't think that. I didn't think that. Sometime in the past 2 seasons playing against Lamar Jackson, I know he was hurt, and I know he's hurt again. But
Yeah.
yes, the Steelers are on a 4-game winning streak over the Baltimore Ravens. That just blows my mind. I don't know if there's ever been a 4-game winning streak between either one of these two teams against each other.
Yeah, I do know though. Without Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback, we have a losing record against Baltimore.
Mike, it's not only losing, it's bad. Let me see if I can find it. I have it somewhere here. Ravens won last 10 of 11 games against the
Yes.
Steelers when anyone other than Ben is playing quarterback. So you put all these
Oh,
things in
hey,
the
hey,
pot that we have
yeah.
going on. This
Mhm.
game should be crazy.
It should be crazy, and I think he should come out of the studio, and we need to suit up Charlie Batch.
Yes, because
He was the last one to
he was the
win.
only one.
But the only one.
Yes.
I saw that on Twitter. They had the stat up, and Charlie goes, "We know who won that one," or something along those
Yes.
lines.
I saw the tweet.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, that's my backup quarterback.
Yes. However,
Good old Charlie.
well, so I mean, we'll talk about KP for a second. Kenny effing Pickett. He's gone 128 consecutive passes without throwing an interception, which is second longest streak in the NFL, which tells me he's due. I'm a Kenny guy. I've always been a Kenny guy, but he's not a quarterback right where he's at, where he's at this moment, that could be a guy that could go long times without throwing interceptions. I'm just saying he's not there yet. I think he's due. I think he throws an interception this week against the Ravens. Kind of baptizes them in the fire a little bit, and also kind of sets us back to reality, which I think this game is going to do a bit, Mike, because things have been going really well since the bye. We all know,
Mm-hmm.
but I think I'm going to say the Steelers are going to win, but I do think that we are going to get some reality checks this week. Things aren't going to be as pretty and special as they have been for the past
Yeah.
4 weeks. I think you're going to start to see some of the mistakes that you've seen prior to, because Baltimore is a good team. They are a good team. They're not the Colts. They're not the Saints. They're not. So I think that we are going to get a reality check this week with some things. However, I do think the Steelers will still win this game. What do you think, Mike?
Oof. I think, I think Kenny is, he will have some picks thrown. I'm thinking multiple picks are going to be thrown. But I think this might be the game where we put up some passing yards. Baltimore's averaging 267.8 yards passing yards allowed a game.
Yeah.
Our secondary is 266.9.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if we know how bad our secondary is, just imagine Baltimore has to be worse than ours if they're giving up that amount of yardage.
And that's crazy to think, because think of how bad ours looks on a bad
Yeah, I
day.
know. Yeah, right. And they're 8-4 somehow. That happens when you have a former MVP at quarterback. But I think I think it's gonna be. I think we can put up numbers just based on the way the stats read, and you just got to let him throw. And if he throws a pick, he throws a pick. You're gonna have to learn to live with it, because he's not going to be, unless we want him to be like an Alex Smith type quarterback of just play it safe, play it safe, play it safe, keep it close, or do you want him to how he was his senior year in college, just slinging the ball all over the place? And you draft a quarterback in the first round, you better be slinging the ball all over the place. So let him go out there, let him go. I think he's going to have to end up with like 2 picks thrown this game, maybe one touchdown, and I think it's going to come down to the running game and the defense. And if Najee is able to play, I think we should be all right, and I think it will be enough to overcome. They don't have Lamar, and hopefully our defense can contain Travis Huntley, which we should. Or Huntley.
We should.
We should be able to.
A former Heisman Trophy winner in Mariota, Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
We should be able to maintain Huntley. Mike, I think that you're right. And here's another area that I think that you're right. I just think at this point you have to let the kid throw, let him get down, let him make mistakes. Because here's the thing: if this was a Super Bowl type season and you're in the middle of things and you're trying to keep everything right where you need it, it's not. This season could turn to shit in the blink of an eye. Yep. You know what? You got to let the guy play football, because if you want to get better moving forward and have him have that confidence and have him be able to get out there and really sling it around, you got to let him do it at some point. You can't go all season long and keep it conservative to keep his numbers pretty. If his numbers got to get ugly for him to get better, that's something that you're going to have to do. So this game here, I think, like I said, we get a little bit of a reality check as far as, just the overall play. But you were right in one area, Mike. You were right in one area. The running game has been something you could even call it spectacular since the bye week. I have some statistics here, Mike. Let's see. Only six players have put up more rushing yards than Najee Harris in this period of time since the bye has happened. Only 6. And here's another one, Mike. Team rushing stats. Check this out. It's since the bye, since our little streak of improvement here, the team's rushing stats. We've ran for 140 attempts, which is 3rd in the NFL. We've ran for 645 yards, which is 5th in the NFL. 6 rushing touchdowns in that time period, which is 4th in the NFL.
Oh, wow.
And yards per play is 10. Yards per carry is 10th in the NFL with a 4.6 average. So again, there's nothing in my mind that tells me that this is going to be any kind of shootout. It's going to be defense. It's going to be running. It's Baltimore. It's Pittsburgh. It's two teams that don't have really great offenses. This is what you're going to see. This is what you're going to see. And you know what? Like you said, let's say Kenny could get that one strike this game. That may be the difference. It may be that. It may be the kickers. I don't know. But you know what? Out of every game in the NFL this week, which there are some good ones because this is rivalry week, I mind you, it's going to be one hell of a game. Tune in for the Steelers-Ravens.
It is going to be good. Oh, man. Like, I love Gus Edwards. I love the way he runs the ball. So it's going to be fun to watch him and Najee run. Hopefully our run defense is up to the challenge because dude's a powerful runner. Hopefully we can keep him under control. Luckily, we don't have to worry about Lamar out there running around.
Huge.
That's huge. That is because he accounts for hold on, I want to bring this up here. 764 yards rushing from your quarterback.
Unbelievable.
That's over 300, just over 300 yards.
He's
more
the whole team
than your second running back.
That's insane.
Look,
you take him out, you're getting a whole different team. Anything that you have against the Ravens, throw it out the books because that it's not going to apply. It's going to be a whole different team that we're going to see this week, and we better treat it that way.
That's 20 almost 3,000 yards of offense they have lost.
Unbelievable.
That is insane.
That is why I'm confident when I say that I believe the Steelers are going to win this week. I believe if it was the circumstances were different, it might be a different tone in my voice. But the situation at hand definitely has me feeling confident. Mike, Mike Tomlin. I just found this out. I didn't know this, but Mike Tomlin, behind closed doors, he can't stand John Harbaugh. I didn't know that. Apparently he just does not like this guy. To be honest, those Harbaughs aren't easy to like.
I was gonna say this is like should not be like breaking news or shattering news. It should be, oh yeah, like everyone knows that.
Yeah, he's a hard guy to like.
They are just because he's so there's both is so goddamn annoying.
And they're so damn good. That's hard.
They're always yelling at the officials. They're always crying like.
Are they twins, Mike?
They look like twins.
If they're not twins, yeah, they should be twins.
They should be.
You know what they remind me of? They look like one of them probably has a twin sister, and one of the brothers is not a twin. You ever see that?
Yeah,
but he looks like them. That's what they would put me in mind of.
Yeah, but like the Harbaughs, they cry so much.
Fortunately for me, I don't see many coached Harbaugh games. I see the two that we play a season. I don't watch much Michigan football, so fortunately, I don't get to see the Harbaughs.
Yeah. I don't either, but every time I do it, it's always zoomed up on them just crying.
I almost threw up my intestines the year that there was the Harbaugh Super Bowl.
Oh God,
Ravens and 49ers.
I forgot about that. I drank that one away.
Yeah. There ain't many things that make me want to put a bullet in my brain, but that was one.
And
and then it was weird because remember the lights went out. It was just what a weird Super Bowl.
Because the Ravens were getting almost run off the field by San Francisco. San Francisco was rolling, and then coincidentally, there's a longer halftime for the favorites, so Ray Lewis can get another Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And so Joe Flacco can get a Super Bowl.
But Mike, we have a conspiracy. They're saying now that we won this game that we had in the past, and the game that's looking winnable coming this weekend, they're saying that we're about a 10% chance of making the playoffs. And you know what?
Hey, tell me there's chance.
But you know what? And even that is minuscule compared to 10% because saying a chance and saying 10% is not a terrible chance.
No. I'm not even going to attempt the math because I know I suck at math.
I mean, it's not great odds, but
10% is better than a lot of other teams, man.
Absolutely.
We are in the hunt. We made the graphic.
I can't
you
believe
make the graphic. You're doing well.
I think we passed the Raiders yesterday in the running for the playoffs. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but somebody said after the game yesterday, the Raiders playoffs are done because they lost that game. There's X amount of teams, Mike, they are already out of the playoffs. I don't know if you know this, but the Chicago Bears and the Chase Claypool are out of the playoffs. I don't know how you can manage that with 5 games left in the season to be out of the playoffs, but they're out. I guess we came pretty close, but we are back. We're climbing back, Mike. We're climbing back into position to maybe possibly make a run here. I mean, let's say you beat the Ravens, and then I can't remember the order, but then you have Carolina, the Raiders, Carolina and the Raiders. Come on.
Uh-huh.
Again, we're not great, but let's just look at what's going on around us.
Yeah.
And then you got the Browns, which is going to be the biggest game of the year at that point.
Ravens, Panthers, Raiders, Ravens.
So, because we finished out against the Browns.
Yes.
So they're saying 1-3 on a Lamar injury of the sprain in his knee and his leg.
Mhm.
So it's good chance we will see him, especially if that game has a lot more meaning here in a month. So that, Mike. Also, a couple other things I did want to tell you. This will be the first time in 6 seasons that the Steelers won't lead the league in sacks. It'll be the first time in 6 seasons that they won't have at least 50 sacks.
Oof.
But I think where I'm going with that, Mike, is we're going to talk about a couple people. If they don't practice today, they're not going to be in the lineup on Sunday.
Yes.
So let's start with the big guy, the big dog, Alpha Male, TJ Watt. I personally think he wasn't present in the last 2 games. I think for the Ravens, I think he's big just because. But what do you think the defense will do this week? Let's just say, Mike, that TJ Watt doesn't get the nod and he doesn't play.
Like we saw last week, man, they left the tackle on him one-on-one. There was no rotating help over to him. There was no tight end throwing the chip block. There was no running back coming out chipping him. It was just one-on-one, and we saw all he did was just run at Mariota. Whether it was a run play or not, he ran straight at the quarterback, and that was just terrible. It was a terrible display because, dude, you're not even trying to set the edge.
Would you rather have him play like he did last week and risk the chance of injury, or have him not play? Just say, you know what, Watt's out this week against the Ravens. Let him get healthy and not have the non-Watt effect. You know what I mean? I would rather not play.
I'd send him down because last week there was no Watt effect.
Yeah. The week before, Mike, in the Colts game, there was no Watt effect.
No, they're not really. Well, yeah, kind of, because that was his first game back. They were paying more attention to him than Highsmith. Last week, they paid all their attention to Highsmith and Hayward.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and, against Atlanta, it was like, no, we're just not going to block this guy because all he's doing is just running at the quarterback. He's abandoning every assignment. Yeah. So,
I say you have to sit Watt.
Sit him if that's the way he's going to play. And if he told the coaches, hey, I'm good to go, and he went out there and was not good to go, this guy's
he's
it's always something. It's always something with the Watts, and he's always hurt. And what else is new?
Yeah, so I say sit him. Here's the thing, because in a month from now, when we play the Ravens in Baltimore, you may need him a little bit more than you need him this week, because chances are Lamar Jackson will be back. Mm-hmm. I would rather have him in that game if I had to choose one.
Same here.
Deontay Johnson, Mike, the other one, if he does not practice today, we will not see him. I don't think we lose. I don't think we lose a step without Deontay Johnson. I think we actually get a little bit better. That's my opinion. I am sure that you'll opine a bit differently, but that's where I'm at. I think that as long as we don't have him over yelling in people's ear, why didn't I get the ball? Let us throw to Pickens. Let us throw to the other guys. I think that we're going to be a little bit more beneficial this game. Maybe Deontay Johnson needs to stay out a game or two to sit back and watch what he needs to be doing when he's on the field, because he's I don't know, very far from impressive in my opinion for the money that he gets.
Oh yeah, for the money that he gets, yeah. But so now we're looking at, okay, if he's out, let's take a look at the depth chart here. So we're gonna have our wide receivers will be Pickens, Sims, Boykin, and Gunner. That is not an impressive wide receiver core. And Pickens will have the boo-boo face on because he will be getting double-teamed the entire game and be a non-factor. So then our whole passing game becomes Freiermuth.
Maybe. Well, that's a big part of the passing game. But maybe if we would throw a slant or a cross over the middle of the field every once in a while.
Well, yeah, that would be
helpful. Guys like Gunner and Sims.
Yeah.
Boykin, I think he should have been getting a little bit more of a chance as the season went on. I'd be sitting these crybabies down whenever they start getting on my nerves on the sideline and throwing guys like Boykin in there.
That's what wide receivers do. They want the ball. And when you have a quarterback who throws at your feet or throws in impossible angles for you to
Can
catch,
you can
that's
you
what
can
you
you
gotta do.
can you at least be on our side this week, Mike? We have a Ravens
I
game.
am always
Do you have to
I am
be
on side. I
anti
am on this.
Kenny effing Pickett every single moment that you can?
I am not anti Kenny Pickett. I want Kenny Pickett to succeed because that means the team will succeed.
I'm
But I
almost
will
convinced that you don't want that. Are
not
you
not
are
this
you
year.
are you a Browns fan? I mean, we just don't know it. Like you're
You
pulling
fucking
this.
take that back right now. That's
I
fucking.
know it's your
I'm fucking
birthday. I'm
cut a
so
bitch for
sorry.
that
And
one.
that's
Jesus
something you wouldn't
Christ.
say to your worst enemy. I
I
understand it. It is
know.
your
The
birthday.
fuck,
So I take that back. However,
man.
Mike, the hip injury, Deontay, let me give you one more
Is that
interesting.
what it is? That's a hip injury. Was he
It's
running
a hip.
backwards too much?
Yeah, exactly. It's on that backwards hip from the
That
backwards
is too, man.
movement.
See that's what you get for running backwards.
Damn it. What they call him on Twitter, Dropson, Deontay Dropson. I
Oh,
like that.
Deontay.
Mike, here's one more interesting set of
Fine.
numbers that I thought was interesting. You recall on Sunday night, or Sunday, Monday, whatever it was that Cowboys Colts game where the Cowboys ended up putting up 33
Yeah.
points in the last 11 minutes of the game.
Mhm.
Check this out, Mike. Cowboys scored 33 minutes in the final 11 minutes of the Monday Night Football game against the Colts. These 9 teams. Get ready for this. These 9 teams. This is a birthday present for you. I think you're
Oh
gonna.
yeah.
Listen. These 9 teams haven't scored 33 points in a game. 9 teams haven't scored 33 points in a game. Let me read them off to you. The Steelers obviously being one. We know that we scored 30. Yeah. We haven't scored 33. The team formerly known as the Redskins down in Washington, they haven't reached 33 points. The Houston Texans, nope. The Rams, Broncos, Giants, unbelievably not. The Browns, no. Titans, and Tom Brady's led Buccaneers. Mike, those 9 teams, that's almost a third of the league, have not scored 33 points through what are we in 14th, 13th game of the season. It's unbelievable. I don't know if anything it's ever been like this.
Yeah, that's just some bad offenses. But like some that like surprise me that they haven't done that. Because I see it from Pittsburgh. There's no way we're gonna score 30 some odd points. But the Rams, you would think. You would think
The
Super Bowl champs.
Giants, the Rams, the Browns.
Yeah, because the Browns are always the team that they have every once in a while they have a game where they just go off. And then in the Buccaneers, that surprises me as well. But they've had some key injuries at the wide receiver position.
Has Tom Brady
O-line.
ever gone through a season without scoring 33
I don't know,
points?
After he got this divorce finalized, he seems like a new man. So
he does. He does seem a little bit more improved,
yeah.
don't he?
Yeah,
I
he's like
so too.
He has no more drama.
Yes.
He's no longer listening to Jay-Z's 99 Problems.
Mike, I'm going to hop over to the ice real quick. The Penguins back on ice tonight at Buffalo. They play the Sabres at 7 o'clock tonight, which is a back-to-back because the Sabres travel to Pittsburgh tomorrow to finish off the back-and-back. It's 7 o'clock tomorrow. So on the 7s, the next 2 days, Penguins are sitting at 14, 8-4 with 32 points, moving up the standings.
Third place in the division, baby.
And meanwhile, Buffalo is 12, 13-1 with 25 points, and they're moving down in their standings.
Also, it feels like 2 weeks ago we were talking how far down the standings the Pens were, and then now look at them.
Yeah, they do this. They're streaky. They're always streaky.
You know who is not streaky? Sidney fucking Crosby.
Yeah.
35 points already. He's on pace for 110 points, like 40 goals at 35 years of age.
He's a beast. He will, and like I said, if you ever see one of these old timers win a cup, it's going to be like that Colorado Cup. I feel in the 90s where you got the Bork and Waugh, and I think that the Sidney Crosby and Malkin and Letang will be those old guys that be able to pull that off in the group that's playing in the league right now.
I could see it, man, and it's just wild to see. I saw the breakdown. I had like the top 5 or 10 top 7 scores in the league because a couple of people were tied at 5th place. The ages 22, 23, 29, 35 for Crosby. He's like so out of place because it's a young man's game. And he's still rocking and rolling. And not to hijack the segment here, but someone else who's still rocking and rolling, Alexander Ovechkin. The other day he's 99 goals away from, I believe, tying or breaking Gretzky's record. For goals. And people were pissed that he scored 2 empty netters. They don't ask how, they just ask how many.
Yeah. Too bad
And
he couldn't.
Mario Lemieux was like, I'll score empty net goals because you know why?
They
Boom.
count.
Adds the
What?
toe. They count. They
Absolutely.
count. Like
Too
we
bad that Ovi wasn't a little bit better of a passer. You know what I mean? If he
yeah.
could have
Oh God.
accumulated some more assists, he would just.
Yeah. And if he would have played, I hate to be this guy because I hate when people say, "Oh, you got to play both ways." But if he would have played just a little bit more attention to the defensive zone, we would
Yeah.
be talking about who. There'd be a legitimate debate of who was better,
Yeah.
Crosby
Absolutely.
or Ovechkin. Crosby's the overall better player. Ovechkin's the better goal scorer, but Crosby's the better winner. And goddamn, I would take both of them on our team. And Pittsburgh actually had the chance. We lost the lottery the year we got Malcolm. We could have had
Yeah.
Ovi and then Crosby. How insane would that have been?
That would be wild, man.
Uh,
Unbelievable.
and he's a player that the older I get, the more I appreciate.
Likewise.
You have to. When we were younger, we were like, you knew he was good, but you just had to hate him.
Mike. Speaking of foreign sports, we have the final eight in soccer. Two games today. I seen Croatia and Brazil was still 0-0 as we were going on the air. I don't know if that's changed.
Yeah. Oh, wow. 99th minute, man. We are going deep into extra time.
And also at 2 o'clock, the other game today is the Netherlands at Argentina. And if you're
Mm.
really following soccer, there is also the other four teams that play tomorrow. The 10 o'clock game is Morocco and Portugal, and the 2 o'clock game tomorrow is England and France. So there you are, people. If you are enjoying these this big soccer tournament, you got big games today, big games tomorrow. Mike, I do want to correct myself. There was one thing I did say yesterday that was wrong. I know, surprise, surprise. But there was the high school football games. They were not at Hershey this year. I don't know what it was, maybe a contract
Hmm.
situation, but they played at Cumberland Valley,
Yeah.
In Mechanicsburg, which is right outside of Harrisburg. So that's where the state championships games are played. They play today, tomorrow. I believe they played one on Thursday, but they're played over here in Harrisburg this year.
Hey, real quick, did you happen to catch the post game interview with the Alacopa's head coach?
I did not.
It was one of the most positive interviews I've ever seen. He
He
was
seems like a
like,
really great guy.
yeah, he was like the reporter's like, you actually seem happy. He's like, I am, because he was like, that's a damn good team. We played a damn good team. We lost to them, and he's like, tip my cat to him. And
Absolutely.
like I told our players, they had a goal, we had a goal. They were just able to achieve their goal, and we
Here's the
weren't.
thing.
And you know what that means? We just have to work harder to achieve our goal.
And nobody outperforms Aliquippa overall. You may have
Yeah,
lost, you may have won the battle, but you're not winning the war. Aliquippa is just an overall
yeah.
better program, system, players, talent, everything like that. You've won the battle. They
Hmm.
played last year. Aliquippa won this game against Bishop McDevitt.
Yeah,
They won this year. It was
yeah. So
reminded to me that this school is very big with NFL players too. Ricky Waters was a running back. Hank
yeah.
Poteet was a running back. The names
Hmm.
go on, so it isn't like it's a schlub team. I tell
Yeah.
you what, you played a great game, guys. Congratulations. Go back and get them next year. Mike, we do have to move on because we have
Oh,
picks. If
yes,
we
we
miss
do.
picks, and I don't
This
know,
episode has flown by.
I'm telling you what, I don't know what we'll do if we miss picks, but I'm going to do something very special for you today, Mike. As we all know, I've been toting this heavy crown on my head for about a month now, and I have been
Right?
trying. And I've been trying to give it away to Mike. I literally been
I
trying.
don't want pity just because it's my
No, no
birthday.
pity, no pity. I just
Good.
just
Good, good.
just dumb. And here's what we're gonna do. So since I've been on this streak, I'm gonna let my dummy make my picks today, Mike. He's gonna make my picks, and hopefully this is
If
gonna be
I
a birth.
lose to the dummy, I quit. I will not be back Monday.
Yeah, and he this is gonna be a birthday gift for you. So I Mike am not going to take any picks this week. It's gonna be my dummy who does look a little different now because I have my beard, but you understand. Very, very irrelevant to what's going on. So here he is. Here's Ryan,
Oh God.
dummy, Ryan the dummy Ryan. I don't know. Okay, so here we go.
You are the dummy.
Yeah. Okay, so say hi to everybody. Hi, everybody. Okay, so now we have dummy Ryan is about to. We're gonna make these picks on Mike's birthday, special day. Mike, if you lose, I just we run out of options, and
I might have to hang him up, boys.
and you might have to hang them up.
Like I started
So
off hot and heavy, man. Why did you look like you and your dummy were about to make out on that one?
okay, so Mike. We're going to start now. Like I said, this is rival week in the NFL. So these games I think are all very interesting this week. I'm going to start with the Vikings and the Lions, Mike. The Vikings and the Lions. Who do you think in the NFC North, this showdown, which I think could really go either way because the Lions are improving and they're a pretty damn good team. The Vikings, they're riding high. I mean, it's a position they're not used to. So I would like to think that this, could possibly be a pretty good game. Who do you like, Mike? Vikings at the Lions.
Oh man, it's like even like the wise guys, man, they have it as a tight game. It is, Lions are favored by 2.
Wow.
By 2. Normally, oh man. So Detroit's playing well, but I'm going to go with fuck you, Kirk Cousins. I'm going to go with Minnesota.
So Mike,
Minnesota. The Derek Hodgson makes his return to Detroit.
Good. All right.
Yeah,
so
I'm going to go with Minnesota.
We'll ask Dummy Ryan. Dummy Ryan, who do you think? Who do you think is going to win this NFC North showdown between the Vikings, who are riding high, and Detroit, who's certainly an improved team over, certainly this past season? Who do you like in this game? Let me think. I think that I'm going to take Mike took the Vikings. I think that I'm going to, of course, take the Lions. I'm going with the Lions this week. Okay, Mike. So Dummy Ryan. Dummy Ryan took the Lions. You got the Vikings. Next game on the schedule, the Ravens at the Steelers, Mike.
Taking the Ravens in a nail biter.
Taking the Ravens. So,
with game-winning field goal by the greatest kicker of all time.
I believe the Steelers are going to win, but it doesn't matter what I believe. Let's see what the dummy says. This is definitely a Ravens win, guys. I'm going to go with the Ravens. There's no doubt in my mind. This is the Ravens. They're going to win this game this week. Okay, so Mike, the dummy says the Ravens. So there you have that. Mike, another big division rival, the Browns and the Bengals. The Ohio Shit Bowl. Who's going to win this one?
I'm going to go with the Bengals, man. They seem to be peaking at the right time once again. I don't see the Browns slowing them down. Deshaun Watson was very unimpressive in his debut.
So you're saying the Bengals.
I'm saying the Bengals.
Mike got the Bengals. Dummy, what do you think? The Browns, easy. Okay, so
a little easy.
Yeah, the dummy takes the Browns. The Jets and the Bills, Mike.
I know the Bills. The Bills are missing some players. They just lost another one to injury. Damn. Ooh, I'm gonna get. They're on a nice little win streak. Oh, god damn, man. This one's tough. I'm going Buffalo.
Buffalo. All right. Mike's taking the Bills and the Jets at Buffalo. Dummy, who do we like? I agree with Mike, but I'm going to go with the Jets. Okay.
Ooh.
So Dummy.
Yeah, he's going with Mike White. I like it. I like it.
He does. He likes Mike White, right?
Mm-hmm.
Texans at the Cowboys. Mike, Texans at Cowboys. The Battle of Texas.
Cowboys.
Don't
even think about it, right? No, not after last week. The Texans and their poor showing.
All right. Dummy, what do you think? Texans, don't even think about it. Oh, okay. So Dummy takes the Texans for me this week. Okay. All right. Hop into the next column. Let's see what we got here. Eagles at the Giants.
I'm going to take the Giants in a close one.
Ooh,
yeah.
That's gutsy.
It is gutsy. My initial reaction was just to say, take Philly just the way they've been playing, but I want an upset right here. I want the Giants.
Okay, so Dummy, what do you think about this? Well, I really want to disagree with Mike, but you know what? I'm trying to. Oh, geez, give me the Giants. I got to take the Giants in this one. So Mike Dummy is taking the Giants as well. MetLife Stadium, the Eagles. He's going to go with the Giants as well.
All right.
Jaguars and Titans. Jaguars and Titans.
Oh, Titans.
Okay.
Says both teams are straight ass, but I'm gonna take the Titans.
Okay. And the Jaguars and Titans, dummy. Who do you like in this one? Jaguars. The Jaguars, Mike.
Ooh, taking Trevor Lawrence.
I tell you what, if you lose this week, Mike, I just don't know what I'll do.
I'm gonna
I'm
take my
running out of
shoelaces and belt away from me if I lose.
yes.
I'm
running
on
out of
tilt, man.
ideas on this end. Chiefs at the Broncos, Mike. I don't know what the fuck that is, but Chiefs at the Broncos.
I'm doing my Russell Wilson. I'm taking the Chiefs. That's what he does before the game. He's always out there with his football and his earphones. Just
It looks different with you with different colored purple lights in the
I
background.
like my
and
rig.
sparkles.
My new chair, right? It's spinny. I have a leg rest and I had it out, and I keep knocking over the ring light. So I just said, "Fuck it." I'm just gonna mess with the lights.
I was wondering if something was flying around at one point. Didn't ask, but we do still have to ask
bad.
Mike. We have to ask Dummy what he thinks of the Chiefs and
I'm
Broncos.
going
Dummy,
man,
what
I
do you
look like
think? I think that this is a no-brainer. I think that the Broncos whoop on the Chiefs. Ooh, so we're gonna go Broncos, Mike. Dummy takes the Broncos.
That's insane. I'm sorry. I'm messing with the lights. I'm looking like I'm at a.
You're good, Mike. We only got 4 teams left. We only got 4 minutes left. Let's pay attention to what's going on around us.
I'm
So,
sorry. I'm trying to set the mood.
um,
I've lost my mind.
the Panthers at the Seahawks.
Mm.
Geno Smith.
Geno
Who knows
Smith,
what the Panthers have going on?
Oh, is Sam Darnold now their starting?
They don't have
quarterback?
their running back anymore. They don't have their quarterback anymore.
Yeah, you got to take Seattle in this one.
All right, Mike's taking Seattle, and who do we like, Dummy? That's easy. We want the Panthers. Okay, okay. So Dummy takes the Panthers, Mike. The Bucks at the 49ers.
Tom Brady's out for revenge now that Giselle's gone, but I'm gonna go with I'm taking Brock motherfucking Purdy.
I like
that rookie quarterback in the draft, baby. He is.
I like it, Brock Purdy. There we go, Mike. You're going to take the 49ers. Is that what you're telling me?
I am taking the 49ers and Brock
Purdy over Tom Brady is what you're saying.
Mr. Irrelevant is now relevant in all of our hearts.
There we go. So who do we like, Dummy? Do you like the 49ers or do you like the Buccaneers? 49ers are at home. I think this is a no-brainer. What do you think? Yeah, it's definitely a no-brainer. We're going with the Buccaneers. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Okay. 2 games left, Mike. We got Sunday Night Football. Sunday Night Football is the Dolphins at the Chargers. One coast to the other. You're taking the Dolphins.
Taking the Dolphins.
Tommy, who do we like? Chargers. Oh, okay. Okay. Chargers for you.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, Monday Night Football, Mike, the most unappealing game of the week, in my opinion, is the Patriots at the Cardinals. The Patriots travel down to Arizona. What do you like?
Give me Kyler Murray. There's Call of Duty's fallen off. Not a lot going on. Not a lot of good content, unless he's doing the javelin glitch. But I'm going to go with Kyler Murray.
Okay, so we're gonna pencil Mike in for the Cardinals. Dummy, who do you like? This game, I don't even. It hurts my brain even thinking about who might win this game. Who do you like in the Patriots at the Cardinals? Well, just for shits and giggles, let's go with the Patriots. Okay, so you're going to go Patriots.
I noticed something here with Dummy's picks, right?
What's up?
He's picking all long shots for the most part. And this reminds me of Brewster's Millions. Fuck you too, Dummy. Fuck you too. Reminds me of Brewster's Millions when he has to give away all that money, get $3 million to get $30 million.
Yeah.
He sends his boy to the horse track. All long shots, huh? Here, you're not allowed back. This is what this reminds me of. I'm getting Brewster's Millions right here. This Dummy's going to win with all the long shots.
Mike, it literally looks like Yins have, let me see, one game, one game in common.
The Steeler game.
Well,
Is it?
well, 2 games. I'm sorry because you took the Ravens. Yes, so 2 games. So the
Yes.
Ravens, you took the Raven. No,
Yeah,
yes, yes, you both took the Ravens. I'm
and
sorry.
Debbie took the Ravens.
In the
Yeah.
Giants game, you both took the
Yeah.
Giants in that one. So Mike, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If there is a tiebreaker, give me what you think the final score on the Steeler Ravens game is going to be.
Oh God. 23-20.
23-20, so 43 total points is what Mike is going with for his tiebreaker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 23-20. And Dummy, we're running out of time, but what do you think? How many points do you think will be? Remember, you have to get as close as you think as the final score is going to be totaled without going over. Without going over, Dummy, what do you think it's going to be? About 74 points. Okay, so Dummy is saying 74 on the tiebreaker.
It's gonna be a shootout.
I know.
If it fucking happens, I'm gonna kill myself.
So there you go, Mike. Happy birthday. Happy birthday from the Dummy, from Ryan Dummy. He's always happy to see you. Thank you so much for helping us out. We will be talking to you more on Monday. All right. Say bye, everybody. All right, there we go.
Dummy.
There we are. So Dummy Ryan, very, very helpful today. Mike, you know what? I'm gonna skip. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do.
Let's just go to the end.
Let's just go straight to the end. You want to go to the end?
I want to go to the end. I am exhausted.
Here's what we're gonna do. Since it's Friday, since it's Mike's birthday, I'm skipping the news. Even though I had great stories here, we'll save them. We'll push them. We'll do something. But Mike, it's your birthday. Happy birthday! I got one final Ravens trivia for you to finish out this week. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go.
After that segment, Jesus.
Who was the Ravens' very first draft pick, Mike? We're looking for the Ravens, and I'm going to give you some choices, so bear with me. Who was the Ravens' very first draft pick? Your choices are A, linebacker Peter Boulware.
Ooh.
B, linebacker Ray Lewis.
Ooh.
C, offensive tackle Jonathan Ogden. Or D, safety Ed Reed. Let me read it one more time just so everybody catches it. We're looking for who was the Ravens' very first draft pick ever, which would have been, I think, back in 96. A, Peter Boulware. B, Ray Lewis. C, Jonathan Ogden. Or D, Ed Reed. Mike, who do you like?
I'm gonna go with we don't need the music. I'm gonna go with Jonathan Ogden.
Jonathan Ogden?
Yeah.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I was leaning towards Ray Lewis. I'm just because I remember these guys being drafted.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with Ogden. I just can't remember the years and stuff.
Smart football team, a lot like the Steelers. They molded themselves. Maybe go after the offensive lineman. I like it.
They go for
So let's take a look. See, Mike, who was the Ravens' very first draft pick? A, Peter Boulware. B, Ray Lewis. C, Jonathan Ogden. Or D, Ed Reed. And Mike says C, Jonathan Ogden. Are you ready? Let's see if he's got it. Let's see if he got it right.
I'm ready.
And that is correct, Mike. You know way more about the Ravens than I've given you credit for. I don't know what that's about. Right. You know what? I'm not even going to ask questions because it's your birthday. We do want to say, Mike, big happy 42nd birthday to you, brother. We couldn't do it without you.
Thank
Keep having them birthdays and things will be good. Maybe next week we could be. We'll see if you're.
If that dummy ends up wearing my motherfucking crown, I'm punting that dummy next time I'm at the studio.
Mike, why don't you hurry up and tell everybody about the website, would you?
Dumyinzers.com. Links to YouTube, Spotify, Anchor, 3 major platforms that we are on right there. And then we have our Facebook page, Instas, Twitters, all that fun stuff. It's all linked right there to dumyinzers.com.
And there you have it, everybody. A great promo from the birthday boy. We are live every day, Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Please keep continuing to check us out. We appreciate each and every one of you. Mike, do you have anything? Do you have any birthday messages before we take off for the week, my man?
No, other than let's go Steelers.
Let's go Steelers. I like it, everybody.
Let's
Sunday,
go Pens.
don't miss it. We got 2 Penguins games this weekend. Sunday at 1:00 in the afternoon, we have the Ravens coming to Pittsburgh without Lamar Jackson. Let's get this win. Let's keep the roll going and maybe just sneak into the playoffs this year. Everybody, for the 2 Dum Yinzers, Mike, Ryan, birthday boy, and Dummy, have a great weekend. We'll see you next time.